Welcome back to NBA Today.
He didn't choose the villain life here, but the villain life, it chose CJ McCollum here.
Jose, right?
Hey, so the Knicks, they were 64-1, been leading by 10 or more points entering the fourth in playoff history. Anyone know the one? Reggie Miller.
Oh, wow.
So I'm not saying that CJ is that, but this had the writing on the wall here for New York. CJ McCollum kicks it out to Nickeil Alexander-Walker for the three.
No.
McCollum getting all of his teammates involved.
I
The
would've
next
guessed
play,
Halliburton.
Brunson drives to the
give me
basket, rejected, blocked there by Kuminga.
Eating stuff at the rim, as Ant would say.
Jalen Johnson drives to the basket. Hawks cut the deficit to 1, and then a minute later, McCollum.
Ooh.
You know
That was
what?
nasty.
He still got it.
I didn't know it was
shot.
supposed to move like that.
Next Atlanta possession, McCollum just going at Brunson. He's really cooking now here, Chanae. And then the next play, Brunson pulls up,
Oh, yeah.
knocks down the three.
He tried to put him on their back.
What an answer
With
from
the answers,
Brunson.
yep.
This was a
few
big
plays
time
later.
play. This was a big time shot.
Tough. That was a heat check shot.
Over the top of OG and a freaking Novi.
So 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Brunson drives to the
Great
jumper.
defense.
Can't get it. To the other way.
That was a man's finish. Wow.
Hands for safety.
So here, the Hawks getting ready to foul for the game. Jalen Brunson, though. Oh, everywhere but down. There it goes down.
Three ball with no time off the clock.
And so here, the Hawks get it in. McCollum, he's the hot man, so they foul him. Heads to the free throw line. McCollum, he misses the first free throw. Clanks off the second. Josh Hart gets the rebound. No timeouts. Pushes up the floor. Mikal Bridges, he has a good look. Can't quite get it to go.
Just short.
The Hawks steal game 2 at the Garden. Here's CJ McCollum. He was asked, are you a villain, CJ?
I am no villain. I'm a nice guy with 2 kids and a wife. I think it's admiration. Great, passionate fans in a really hostile environment. It's fun. It's basketball. It's the playoffs. And if anything, I think it's a sign of respect.
I'm no villain. I got 2 kids and a wife, he said. Trae Young's got 2 kids and a wife, too.
Bird sound. Caw.
Yeah, what was that one more time?
Caw.
Yeah, see all in the A, CJ McCollum says here. Here's Jalen Brunson on CJ's big night.
He was in a great rhythm. I got to disrupt it, make him play on his heels, make him react to me defensively, and he was just in a rhythm. And you got to give him a lot of credit.
We've been in this situation before. Obviously everyone is, frustrated with, this loss. And, we're going to go into game 3 with a great attention to detail and a great focus, for a full 48. We got high character guys, who respond well.
So a 1-1 series, right? It doesn't sound that bad. But the Knicks, they actually have a losing record when a series is tied at 1-1 in a best-of-7. Now, all right, they did beat the Pistons in the first round last year after splitting the first 2 games. So if we're looking at recent history, maybe that's comforting. But as we head down to Atlanta, what is this series going to come down to here, Brian?
Well, I'm going to tell you, the first step in getting upset in a playoff series is kicking a game. Because you have a game that's won, especially the Knicks, who are a very good top 3 clutch team this year. This is games that they normally close out. That's what you do. When you kick a game that also gives up home court advantage, that's step 2, lose home court advantage. So the Knicks are going to have to win it back. They played very good minutes. Now, the one thing I'll say is I would not be surprised if Mike Brown makes some adjustments here, because for some reason he has decided, after not really doing this in regular season, to have big chunks of the game with Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson off of the court, which is what happened at the start of the fourth quarter, which is when the Hawks started the comeback.
At the same time, right?
At the same time.
Well, and so he said afterwards that the metrics support that they can play with both of them sitting, but they don't. You've got to stagger their
Just
minutes.
not that night, it didn't. Yeah, I think it's going to come down to the clutch minutes. I think New York's still going to win this series and get back into it. We haven't seen Nickeil Alexander-Walker get into play yet. But
Not
it's
offensively.
Not offensively yet, but it's going to come down to, really, to me, it's Cat. And Cat was doing big Cat things through 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, he didn't get many touches and looks, but he was rebounding, offensive, pushing, knocking down threes, celebrating, throwing up his threes. He looked great. And the fourth quarter, they got kind of cold. They did throw some traps on him, but he needs to be more demonstrative and more demanding of the ball in the fourth quarter.
They've got to figure a way how to get him the ball more. He had 7 attempts in the third quarter. He had 2 He posted up twice. Here's one of them here at the 6-minute mark here against Onyeka Okongwu. Certainly pushed him off the paint. And then the second one was with Jonathan Kuminga defending him at right around the 3-minute mark here. And Kuminga did a great job pushing him away from the basket. But they've got to feed him the ball. Remember, this is an Atlanta team that I think Okongwu is 6'8". This is a small team.
Right.
But last night, 22-4 in points in the paint by Atlanta here.
Right.
They've got to figure it out. How I feel like we talked about this last year in the Detroit series, getting him the ball down the stretch.
Well, they put Dyson Daniels to the bench. They put Onyeka Okongwu on Hart. They put Nah on Brunson. And then they put Kuminga on Towns. Is that something, Chiney, that they can go to as a recipe more and more?
Honestly, for the Atlanta Hawks, their biggest question was, can they close games knowing what Jalen Brunson historically has done at end of game? And they actually got a pretty good answer. And it came through the seasoned veteran in CJ McCollum, who actually was the second oldest player with 30-5 versus the Knicks in a playoff game. Now, he was hunting. He might say it politely, but I'm not going to do here. He was hunting Jalen Brunson. You see numerous switches, and he's one of the shiftiest players in the NBA with beautiful touch. He tapped that glass right there, right? Again, here's like a really solid screen. And again, it allows Jalen Brunson to be the defender. Anytime a player backs up, you know he's trying to cook. Everyone's chilling. He's on an island.
Everybody go
again.
flat.
Cat was too flat in the drop coverage and not able to contest. And then they won this game down the stretch because Jalen Brunson struggled creating his own shots for plays and possessions like this. He was 5 for 21 when creating his own shot. They were trying to force feed him the ball because of his reputation in clutch time. But look at the solid defense here, and then it leads to offense to really ice the game. So on both sides, both ends, having CJ McCollum play with poise, but more importantly, playing possessed defensively, to me, was most important for the Atlanta Hawks.
And we've seen that through 2 games here. And now CJ McCollum gets to go to his house, and they've snatched home court advantage if they're able to continue this momentum here. Coming up on NBA Today, Houston, they are holding out hope for Kevin Durant, but his status, it could change everything in this series. Sean, Dave McMenamin, they have the details. And we saw something from LeBron in Game 1 we haven't seen in years. So what does that mean going forward? Chiney Ogwumike goes to the BR